Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my very first episode of Let's Get Physical, the podcast, where we mix business, education, and a whole lot of game in the world of sports physical therapy.
It takes dedication, it takes motivation, it takes a winner's mindset with no hesitation. Put in the work, in the end, you will be celebrating. Embrace the process and watch how you get elevated. When you chasing your purpose and not just chasing the bag, you end up making an impact and also raising your stacks. We giving you life advice, we giving you straight facts. Come and tap in with us, Let's Get Physical, the podcast.
I am your host, Student Dr. Dubb, also known as Robbie Wright or Robert Lee Wright Jr. However, that's my full government. Be easy with that. I am a student physical therapist. I'm a dreamer from Dallas, Texas, and I'm someone who stays knee deep in the trenches of this journey called the DPT grind. Before we jump into who we're interviewing and what we're doing this season of Let's Get Physical, the podcast, I just wanted to take a minute to, get real with y'all, give y'all a little insight, make this episode about, what Let's Get Physical is and who you're talking to. I'd like to introduce everybody to my co-host. I like to call him DC. He is AI, artificial intelligence, but I promise you he's up on his game. I promise you he responds in a great manner. DC, go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Robbie. What's up, squad? I'm DC, short for Digital Content, your virtual co-host and stat guy for Let's Get Physical. I'm here to drop the facts you didn't know you needed, from the latest in sports physical therapy research to business tips that'll help you secure the bag, and even those random but relevant stats that'll make you sound smarter at your next clinical rotation. Think of me as the brain in the cloud, always plugged in, always on point, and always down to back up my dog student, Dr. Dubb. So whether we're breaking down ACL rehab protocols, talking shop with a pro trainer, or diving into the business side of sports PT, I got the data so you can stay dangerous. Together, let's get digital, let's get tactical, let's get physical, the podcast. Now back to you, brother.
That was dope. I appreciate that, DC, and I'm going to enjoy working with you this season. This season of Let's Get Physical, the podcast, is a 6-episode miniseries before we jump off our main Let's Get Physical, the podcast in-person interview YouTube channel. This is us dipping our toe in the water, testing it out to see where we lie. But I'm glad you guys are here, and I'm really going to enjoy this. So I created Let's Get Physical, the podcast, because I noticed a gap, not just a small one, a pretty big one, in the PT curriculum. We learn a lot of neuro, ortho, cardio, palm, but we don't really talk enough about sports. We don't really talk enough about performance or really culture around being an athlete or treating athletes. We just kind of get a lot of tools in our tool belt, and that's one that I really wish that I had and could have taken more advantage of. And there's just really no true roadmap of how to get to where you want to be in the sports realm. I realized there was no step-by-step guide. I would ask people, how do I become a PT on a professional level? And it was like, it's about who you know. And if anybody who already knows me, eventually you guys will get to know me. I'm somebody who is a lifelong learner. I like to seek answers, and giving me the answer that it's about who you know, that's not enough for me. So I wanted to create something to put myself out there, at the same time hopefully answer a lot of questions that a lot of other people had, students or even people that have graduated, about becoming a PT on a professional level. So this is me trying to create that step-by-step guide. And for people who come from where I come from, I want this to feel, like a locker room environment, just where we can just have blunt conversations and really just get down to the nitty-gritty. And when I say come from where I come from, like I come from a very athletic background. I played college football, basketball a year in JUCO, sports all my life. I come from a big sports family, and everybody knows what it is to just sit down and have a chance to be in a space with real conversations, the type that you have in a training room, locker room, after hours with mentors or friends, family. That's really what podcasting is all about. It's really a safe space. It's the new media. So, not to ramble on too much about that, let's jump into my journey a little bit. So, my journey as a student hasn't been anything straight. I've had my ups and downs. I've been through academic challenges, life transition, family sacrifices, just like everybody else, all while trying to find my place in a profession that's still learning and embracing diversity, innovation, and ambition beyond the textbook. I'm building this platform for students, early career professionals, and anyone who's trying to figure out how to bring themselves into the world of sports PT, but not just from the clinical side, from the real side. You're going to hear a lot of stories from people throughout this season of Let's Get Physical, the podcast, that, quite frankly, they're at the top of their game. They're NFL athletic trainers, they're dual credential PTs, they're mentors, they're professors, they are head of residency programs, and maybe some professional athletes that, who've been there, done that, and been on the comeback from an injury. But the most important thing that I really love to touch on is the mentorship space, especially through storytelling. I feel like we all learn through stories. When we were younger, before we went to bed, we always wanted to read a story or hear a story. We watch TV for the stories. We get involved in the characters because we like the storyline. So, mentorship is no different. Things that we want to do, we hear people tell stories about how they did it, and, we just kind of make them our own. They turn into dreams for us. We always talk about everything from, neuro, ortho aspect, residencies and those, but man, I plan on doing a sports residency, and I plan on trying to, interview people who've done the same. So we'll talk about everything from residency tips to contract negotiations to what it feels like to treat your first high-profile athlete, to bouncing back when you fail a practical exam or feel like quitting. So if that's you, that's how you ever felt, that's how you currently feel, you ever feel like you don't have a voice in this field, this right here, this is for you. If you're trying to figure out how to level up and break into the performance side of PT, the sports side of PT, this is for you. And I want to hear from everybody in the comment section. Just kind of let me know where you're at. Give me questions to ask these professional PTs. I literally plan on asking them everything from how they made it to where they are, what the food is like in the stadiums. I really can't dig too deep into like the team and the athletes, but I plan on getting personal with them, and we're gonna have a great season here with Let's Get Physical. If you guys just be patient with me, this is my first time podcasting. No, I'm not the biggest public speaker, but I promise you I'll get better. Promise you we'll all vibe together, and we'll become one locker room. This is Let's Get Physical. I thank you guys for listening to this first episode. Next episode will be where we officially kick off things with our first NFL PT. She is a doctor of physical therapy and an athletic trainer. So I'm not going to really tell y'all who it is just yet. You'll have to stay tuned for the next one. But she also just became a Super Bowl champ, so I'll let you guys do your homework. You don't want to miss this episode. She's dropping gems from NFL internships, sports science, and what it takes to break into the league. And we have any female listeners, this will be a great one because she's faced quite a few barriers to get to where she is now. And like I said, she's dropping gems. She is woman in PT. She is woman in sports medicine. She is a woman in the NFL. Like, these are major things, man. So go ahead, follow, subscribe, let me know what I can do to help grow this thing. We can all grow it together. But until next time, stay focused, keep studying, stay humble, and always, let's get physical, the podcast.
It takes dedication, it takes motivation, it takes a winner's mindset with no hesitation. Put in the work, in the end, you will be celebrating. Embrace the process and watch how you get elevated. When you chasing your purpose and not just chasing the bag, you end up making an impact and also raising your stacks. We giving you life advice, we giving you straight facts. Come and tap in with us, let's get physical, the podcast.